did it for a lot longer than 3 days. Why only 3 days? Like, what was the
I just
I mean, not actually 3 days, but, you know.
Yeah. It was just quickly as I was putting things together and like ideal client and just getting the building blocks together. My heart wasn't really in it.
Wow.
I kind of was doing it because I had the certification, but I just realized my heart was just in a different space.
Yeah. I love that. I love that you're saying this because I think so often there are women that jump from corporate into something that they think they want to get into, and then just something isn't working, something's not aligned. But because they have the certs, because they have the education, because whatever the thing is, they try to push it, and it's just literally not creating anything because they don't want to make content on it. They're bored about it. It's nothing that lights them up. It doesn't spark anything. And then, but they stay because they feel like if they pivot, then they're throwing money away or they're a failure, right? Because they can't stay focused on one singular thing. So I love so early in your journey, you pivoted. Actually, you mentioned 3 pivots. You mentioned health and wellness, then just marketing, business in general, or no, Latina, right? Empowerment, which then led into more of an entrepreneurship. So you actually did 3 pivots within a short amount of time. And I think that's really important to mention because if we don't just jump into it and just start, you'll never know where you're supposed to end up. So we have all these thoughts like, I want to be a yoga instructor. I want to be a yoga instructor. I want to be a yoga instructor. But you were never meant to be a yoga instructor. You're actually meant to be, who knows what you were meant to be. But because you never jump into yoga instructor, you never get to go on that journey of whatever it is you were actually supposed to do. And then it becomes this like heaviness of, oh, I wish I would have, I wish I would have, I wish I would have. But that wasn't even the thing.
Yeah. And it was also an interesting lesson in entrepreneurship. I think we forget, right? Because there's also a lot of language out there on do what you feel called to do what you want. And yes, right, there was an initial feeling of, okay, health coaching is not really the thing. Like my heart's not in it. But then as I was making those pivots, they were telling me, like my clients were telling me what they really needed, right? It was the marketing. And then as I dug a little bit deeper and we were working on marketing strategy, then it got a little more, okay, it's actually, you give me the plans, but then why is it so hard to actually execute? What's getting in the way? So it's also, you know, always kind of balancing that line as an entrepreneur of what is it that you feel called to do, but then also let your people tell you what they need, because that's where that magic happens.
Yes, absolutely.